Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome to Fairface Fail Productions. So today we're bringing a new bike that we're going to be selling here at A&M. So this is the E-Ride Pro SS 2.0 model. So yeah, these are some pretty sweet little bikes. These are what we brought in to essentially replace the Talaria and Surons that we did have before. Mostly because of frustrations with the company's supply, just being inconsistent overall, right? To make money, we have to be able to bring bikes in. We have to sell you guys bikes, and it has to be reliable. We have to have companies that stand behind their products. And to be honest, the other companies just were not doing that. So we're gonna try out E-Ride Pro. They are a lot more U.S. based. I can get a hold of people that have talked me through the products and made me think that they're going to support their products quite well. And the community feedback on the E-Ride Pro has been very good so far. So we'll talk about some of the features of the bike. So first and foremost, this is a 72 volt 40 amp hour battery. So that's pretty cool. It comes with a 72 volt system and a pretty large battery at that. 12 kilowatt motor output. Kind of your standard suspension setup. We'll go over some of that a little bit more up close. But overall, very comparable to what other bikes are out there. The goal of E-Ride Pro was to add some upgrades from the get-go and basically give the community something that they wanted, that they don't have to upgrade to have a decent bike. Okay, we do have her on right now, which we'll show. Full disclosure on this bike, two of our bikes came without foot peg brackets. Immediately emailed E-Ride Pro, and I tell you what, within less than 10 minutes, somebody had called and shipped out the parts. So does absolutely outstanding customer service. In fact, that probably ranks as some of the best at this point, but she does not have a foot peg mounted on the other side, as you see here, just to kind of keep us in mind. And our other one sitting there is waiting. Don't mind the roar. Yeah, so we'll take a kind of a quick look at the display here. I love this display. It's very brightly lit. There's some cool features on it. Yeah, I really enjoy how this whole thing operates. And you can switch it to eco. It tells you easy enough on there. Still got the turbo mode, which from my understanding just allows it to stint up to 60 miles per hour. You still get the full 12 kilowatts at all times with the regular sport mode. So that was one of the 2.0 adjustments. Also, this is your regen, so you got sport, eco, and then regen 1, middle is off, no regen 2. So got your lovely horn there. Sure, that was obnoxious for everybody. We got turbo. So cool stuff. And then on the other side, standard throttle. And then you have a light switch. Now, this light is quite beefy. This will probably be obnoxious as all heck on camera, but I tell you what, out of any e-moto type bike, aside from our full-size buddy over there, it's probably one of the best lights I've ever seen just come on one. It's very usable. Your standard preload and compression, and then you got your rebound down on this fork over here, so very cool kind of setup on that stuff. One of the things I don't like about this bike that, if you're listening to your community and whatnot, dude, this center stem mountain bike thingy, it needs to die. Like, this is not okay. This is one thing that Raw Mantis addressed, and as much as people will give Raw a hard time, they do have a little bit more of a dirt bike type bike, and they just go straight to having a mount with risers from the get-go, which is what everybody needs to do. This is my next thing that I'm going to tell them that they just need to come upgraded. All right, next we'll take kind of a look under the hood here. So another fun fact on the key here is that this is turns your battery off with the key, so it kind of disengages the whole system. So that's kind of cool. I like that. Got the key for the battery cover, of course. See if I can do this one-handed. Yep. Very standard plastic battery cover. It's definitely sturdier and easier to get this battery cover on and off comparative to other bikes out there. All right, so standard kind of battery. This is nothing new. It has a different kind of balance port than basically what a Sur-Ron has. The plug is the same, but yeah, there's some differences there. You got a breaker all the way down underneath, so of course, before you remove a battery, always actually flip the hard breaker there. Stuff like that. There's some wiring and whatnot underneath, of course, right here. Now, the new 2.0s that are coming, all 4 of the ones that we got have a jumper cable. So basically, you have to pull the jumper cable for the bike to reach the full 12 kilowatts and 60 miles per hour. All right, so we'll do a full video on this bad boy, but yeah, they're going to start coming with this little restrictor. I'm assuming, and this is just me assuming, that they had to import them as like low-powered electric bikes or something like that. And that's the reason why we are getting a jumper that has to be user removed. So yeah, keep that in mind when you get one. If it only does 22 miles an hour, now you know. Overall build quality, pretty good on the bike. Pretty standard too. I'm gonna be honest. I'll be pretty real about these. The retail price for the SS is $4,900, and you're getting a $4,900 bike. It's both. It's not neither good or bad. I think you just need to understand that, it's not a $12,000 dirt bike. But, for overall, the fit and finish and the way that some of the cables and stuff are routed are pretty decent. Some things could be better. I feel like the tapping of the screws, I don't know if the machine was just getting duller or something like that. A lot of the screw mounts just seem to be not tapped as well. So a couple of them we've had to run a die through. So that's just things to keep in mind. I don't like that it is a belt drive. Now, real hard to see from here, but yeah, this is a belt-driven system similar to the Lite B. I suppose there's probably nothing wrong with it other than I see it as a point of failure. I think the gearbox style that the Mantis and the Talaria has is far more robust. There's just very little to go wrong with those, in my opinion, and I'm sure it's probably a weight and a cost savings thing. But yeah, and here's the rear shock, pretty standard. Nothing super crazy back here, but it feels good. I only rode it around the parking lot, so we're going to have some more off-road testing. And it does have a little light back here as well, so people can see you at least. These aren't road legal, but hey, you know what? People are going to do it. We realize it, I know, and I always tell people, do what you can afford. I don't really care. But, I don't advocate for it either. The 2.0s also come with a wider rear wheel, which is another cool and important thing. I'm very torn on the tire choice. I think they need to go to a more dirt bikey, moto-y type tire. Maybe this is the compromise in the community. I don't know. But these types of tires do horrendous out here in our terrain if we're going to use it as a real dirt bike. Warp 9 does make wheels for this, by the way. But overall, I think the bike is very, very well made for the price point, and it really does deliver what people want in the space, which is a 12 kilowatt power, about 130-ish pound bike. Good size, or good quality, I should say, components all over the place. There's been a few defects that we've seen already. I know one of them was some of these pulleys, I think, were coming defective from the factory. I'm pretty sure ours has the updated pulleys on here. If they don't, we'll definitely be getting those to probably fix some of the ones that we've already moved if customers have problems. Not a big deal. I've no doubt that E-Ride's going to support us on that. Just wanted to give you a quick look at the charger. These are the new chargers. I'm not going to take it all the way out. We usually let the customers kind of have at that. But the new chargers look pretty awesome compared to the old style stuff. So it's quieter. It seems to be, it's a charger. It works, right? It either works or it don't. But nonetheless, it looks good now. And it's quieter, which I like quite a bit. So that's pretty sweet as well. I've charged up a few of these. Okay, so my initial impressions of this bike is it's going to be very popular. Of course, in social media and on YouTube right now, these things have kind of exploded because, well, they are doing a lot of things that other brands probably should have already been doing. It's comfortable, it's fun, it's danged fast, especially for its size, for you wheelie weirdos out there. It picks up the front wheel about as much as you want it to. With zero effort. It's got a very short wheelbase. It's very well balanced. So a lot of that stuff will be very fun on this bike. I'm more interested in it as a dirt bike. I'm skeptical, as I am with these smaller frame bikes, as to how they'll hold up to abuse out on the trails. We'll see. Usually it's the front forks that blow on all these for us, so we're gonna see, right? We got to go out there and have some fun. We're gonna ride it pretty hard and fast. We'll probably take one out in a stock configuration, and then we'll probably get some Warp 9 wheels for it. I don't plan to turn any of these into hyper upgraded anything anymore. It's just not It's just not worth the money for us as a shop. But totally get it. My only last thing that I didn't comment on is the brakes feel very mediocre, very average for this, which is the same in the entire space. I always want more braking power. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. Ferret Face out.